What's up? I'm Conyer, and I am in a brand new world. Which, speaking of this is cool. Hold on. So it's like this valley of dark forest between two mountains. Oh my gosh, there's a woodland mansion at spawn. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's the seed if you guys want it. But anyway, back to the point of the video. So there's a really popular mod out there that adds Waystones to the game. And I guess I shouldn't say mod, I should say mods, because there's like a ton of them. And what I have done today is taken that general concept and tried turning it into a data pack, because the world definitely needs more iterations of Waystones. So the first thing I'm going to do to, show off what I've made is I'm just going to start looking around the world for a village to see if I can find one. Oh, there we go. Look at that, everybody. I found a village all by myself. Now, one thing you'll notice about this village is that in its town center, it has a rather interesting looking object. Hold on, let me pretend I'm actually playing the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have finally managed to locate a village in my totally legit Minecraft Let's Play. There's a waystone at the center of the village, and, well, it looks like, unfortunately, I can't use it yet. It says, waystone is broken. Use any crystal material to restore it. Well, I'm in a village. I feel like there's a type of crystal that I could pretty easily come across here. Oh, okay, so you're looking for carrots and potatoes? Cool. I guess I'll just borrow some of your crops and then sell them to you. Okay, after I totally just went around, looting village carrots, here you go, buddy. I will take all of the emeralds you've got. Okay, so I'm back at the waystone. I have an emerald in my hand, and if I just use the emerald on the waystone, it will be restored. Now, there's another problem, and that is that if I try to interact with the waystone again, it will tell me to use an atlas, so I've got to make myself an atlas. Oh, look, everybody, there's the village library that totally generated naturally with this village. To make yourself an atlas, the first thing you want to do is get your hands on a book by any means necessary. Books. Oh, wait, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Let's try that again. There we go. I got books. And look at that, I just unlocked a new recipe. Now, if I go to my inventory and actually craft a book together with any crystal, then I will get a knowledge book, which turns into the Waystone Atlas. Yay, finally. Now, if I have the Waystone Atlas, all I have to do is go up to any waystone that is active and right-click it. It will say I logged the waystone. Now, if I open the book, it will actually select the waystone that I just logged. You can see where it's located, what dimension it's in, and what kind of structure the waystone came from, the taiga village. Now, unfortunately, I can't do all that much with this just yet because I only have one waystone logged. So I'm gonna go on an epic adventure and try to find, another type of village. And here we go, everybody. I found another village just from walking around the world in survival mode. Now, this village's waystone is also broken, so of course I'm going to need to restore it somehow. I went ahead and did some mining off camera and found amethysts, so I'm just going to put those in my hand. That's also a valid crystal, and restore the waystone. There we go. So now if I take my waystone atlas and click on this one, it'll say I logged it. So now I have two different waystones logged. Once you have access to two waystones, you can start teleporting between them, and you have to use your atlas to do this. So I'll open the atlas, and it says I've selected the desert village. If I close out and open it again, well, it'll say now there's nothing selected. Open it one more time, and now I've selected the taiga village. This is how you select different waystones. Repeatedly open the book to cycle through entries. If you turn the page of the book, it'll give you a few pointers about how to use it. And of course, if you want to actually see which waystone you have selected without cycling to a new one, you can just go to your inventory and mouse over it. It'll give you all the details of whatever waystone you have currently selected. I currently have the taiga village selected, which is good, that's what I want. With this village selected on my book, all I have to do is go up to the waystone here and right-click it with this book. And after a little bit of lag, I will be teleported back to the taiga village. Look at that. If I open the book again, I've now cycled to the desert village, and if I click this waystone with that selected, I will go back to the desert village. Look at that, perfect. So that's the gist of how this data pack works. Now, I know there's a few questions probably circling around your mind, like, for instance, what if I want to pick these up and move them somewhere else? Now, so far, all I have been doing with them is right-clicking them, but if I try punching them instead, a few interesting things can happen. If I punch a waystone that is currently active, it will be damaged and deactivate. Now, it looks exactly the same as it was when it was broken earlier, but since I damaged it myself, I no longer have to use any crystals to reactivate it. If I broke the Waystone, all I have to do is right-click it to bring it back into action. Deactivating Waystones was originally added as a means to prevent you from just insta-breaking Waystones because they don't have a mining time, you just punch them instantly. But it can also serve to block players from teleporting in and out of this Waystone. So if you're in multiplayer and if you go somewhere and you don't want anyone following you, it might be good to deactivate the Waystone once you get there, so then nobody can teleport in after you. And of course, if you want to teleport out, all it takes is a simple right-click. Now, if it's deactivated and you punch it again, well, that's how you break it, but it will tell you that you need a netherite pickaxe. So let me just go mine some netherite real quick. Okay, cool. I got my netherite. If you have a netherite pickaxe and you break one of these Waystones, it will drop itself. And yes, in the inventory it looks like an armor stand, but if you place it down again, it will just be the same Waystone. So effectively, the use of these Waystones outside of natural generation is locked behind the obtaining of netherite. Which brings me to my next point, you actually can craft your own. To craft a Waystone is pretty expensive, but the recipe is rather simple. All you need is a lodestone, 2 obsidian, any crystal in the same way you crafted the book and restored the Waystones, so I'll just use quartz this time. And then at the top of the recipe, you use any chiseled block. Now, which chiseled block you use actually determines the texture of the Waystone that you end up getting. I'm using chiseled red sandstone for this one, so when I place this Waystone down, it will be made of chiseled red sandstone. Now, the texture of the Waystone has absolutely no impact on their functionality, it just changes the look of them. All Waystones function identically. So let me try logging this Waystone that I've just placed right now. It says Waystone logged, so I can open it up and cycle through. Oh, and look at that, it's just named Waystone. I don't really like that, I kind of want to give it a name, so first I'm going to delete that entry from my logbook. Making sure I have it selected, all I have to do is look straight at the ground, make sure I'm looking down at 90 degrees, then I just sneak and open the book, and it will delete that entry. So now if I cycle through the book again, that Waystone will no longer be in there. Giving this Waystone a different name is pretty straightforward, all I have to do is mine it, and then give it another name in an anvil. So I will call it the village's other Waystone. So now when I place it down, if I log it in the Waystone Atlas, I can actually see that that entry says, wait, what? Uh-oh, I think I found a bug. Okay, so I think I figured it out. Don't put apostrophes in the name of your Waystones, because it might mess stuff up. If I log this now, it'll just say another Waystone. There we go, because that's what I named it. While I was debugging earlier, I actually deleted the entry on the desert village, so currently I've just got Taiga village, and then another Waystone. And you can see that, wait, I'm already at that one, hold on. I can teleport between them. And then if I select the Taiga village, I can teleport back to it. Perfect. Now, there are a couple other things to talk about before I actually sign off. First off, Waystone entries are actually saved per book, so different players can have completely different networks of Waystones available to them, and the same player could actually have 2 books with 2 different sets of Waystones as well. Also, if you come across a Waystone that is broken and you try to mine it, it will say this Waystone must be restored before it can be picked up. However, if you mine it with a netherite pickaxe, it will actually be destroyed and just drop nothing. Also, because you actually use a lodestone to craft a Waystone, when you actually place the Waystone down, it itself will double as a lodestone. If I use a compass on an active Waystone, the compass will instantly be aligned and it will start tracking that location. And, Waystones give off such a powerful magnetic field that if you remove the Waystone, the compass will actually continue pointing to that location. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Also, there are some other Waystones that you'll find in the world that are not craftable. Not only villages have them, in fact there are a few new custom structures I added that also contain Waystones in all 3 dimensions. So there are some Waystones that are completely uncraftable, and there's some craftable Waystones that you just can't find anywhere in the world. So if you want to collect all of them, you'll have to do a mix of exploration and also crafting. I'll go ahead and leave those other Waystones as a surprise for you to discover. You definitely should get the data pack. Down below. And to that point, I should also mention that this data pack is incredibly efficient. It only adds 1 command per second, and that command simply tests when you open your book. Everything else in the data pack is run through advancements. It requires 1.20.2 and no earlier versions, not even up to 1.20.1. This data pack makes heavy use of macros, and those were added in the latest release. It also doesn't require any resource packs whatsoever. I've been playing with no packs enabled at all for this entire video. The Waystones themselves are just block displays and a few particles. However, the armor stands in the inventory and also the book itself have custom model data on them in case anyone wants to add a resource pack to change what these look like in the inventory. Now, I haven't done that myself, but I'll put the custom model data for both of them on the screen right now if anyone wants to actually use it. Data pack is downloadable in the video description. I went ahead and posted it on Planet Minecraft. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, everybody. It has been a pleasure. I did this instead of doing homework. I probably should go back to that now. See you all later.